Hi, I just wanted to come on and breathe and see what I have to say today. There is no time better than now to be who you are. A lot of us spend our lives hiding who we are. We pretend to be certain ways to fit in. We pretend to like things or dislike things. We pretend to follow celebrities. We pretend to follow news. Or even sometimes we do follow those things just because others are. And many of us are followers. We follow the crowd. But we're not meant to follow the crowd. None of us. We're all meant to go our own way. We all have our own path in life, and we're all on a different one. Every one of us is learning lessons in this life. Lessons that we need to grow and become who we're meant to be. And if we don't allow those lessons to shape who we are, we don't learn from them, we don't become who we're meant to be. We become who we think we're meant to be. And who we think we're meant to be is not always who we're supposed to be. So right now, start being yourself. Start practicing being 100% who you are. Don't dress for others. Don't attend things for others that you don't necessarily want to attend. Don't do things just because others ask you to or want you to. Or want you to. You do things because you want to. You want to do something. You do it. Not to prove anything to anyone, not to gain recognition from anyone. Just do it for you. Because you're the only person who matters in this life. This is your life. And you get to decide how it happens. You have so much power to change your own life, to make it what you want it to be. But you have to trust yourself, not others. And trusting yourself is hard. It's not easy. Trusting those gut feelings, especially if you've ignored them, it can be hard. But the more you do it, and the more you follow your heart, and the more you get comfortable with that gut feeling, the more you let it guide you. And the more you allow it to guide you, the more you find your way in life. And not all of our paths are meant to be grand. Some of us are just here to live, simply. Some of us are tired. Some of us have had really hard lessons. And this life was meant to be just lived comfortably. And others of us do have grand things to do. Others of us are writing books or speaking in auditoriums about important things. There are some of us who are meant for that grand path. And if you're meant for that grand path, it will find you. And if you're not, stop reaching for it. Because if it's not meant for you, it won't come. even if you really want it. And that's how everything works. Everything in this life is meant for a certain individual. And just because something is meant for your neighbor doesn't mean that it was meant for you. And that's why things like jealousy and greed and resentment come in, because we see the things others have or the things others are doing, and we wonder, why can't I have that, or why don't I have that? But maybe it wasn't meant for you. And being bitter only brings you grief. It brings negativity into your life. So why be bitter about it? You can't be bitter about someone gaining what was meant for them. Just as nobody else can be bitter for you gaining what was meant for you. And if they are, that is a problem that they need to overcome themselves. To overcome the bitterness is to overcome the jealousy and to realize that not everything is meant for you. I think jealousy is something all of us face. It's something every one of us has felt. We've all felt what jealousy feels like. And it's not a good feeling. It's a negative one. And all it does is bring us down. It knocks you down that ladder, because you're not looking forward to the positive. You're not saying they earned that. You're not showing that you understand why someone else received when you did not. Or maybe someone received something larger, like a large sum of money, and you received a small sum of money. But maybe behind the scenes, that person was doing more than you know. You don't know what others' lives are like. You don't know what others are doing. You don't know the workload that others are carrying. You might see someone as lazy and not realize that they're carrying things outside of work. You might judge them just based off of what you see in the outside world. But you don't see who they are. You don't see what they do for the world. You don't see how they change the community. So maybe they did earn that. And instead of focusing on why someone else earned what you wanted, focus on why you didn't. It was either not meant for you, or you didn't put in the work. Because nothing in this life is given to you. Nothing. You earn it all. You earn every single thing in this life. And if it's given to you, it's usually fleeting. But when you earn it, it's yours. And we have to earn our right to receive. Because if we don't prove that we're worthy of receiving, we won't. If you're bitter and you're sitting around complaining and wondering and cursing the Lord because you're not getting what you want, you're missing the whole point. Because it's not about what you want. It's about what you need to become the individual you're meant to be. And sometimes the things that we want hurt us. Sometimes the things that we want bring us down. They knock us down a peg because they're not right for us. Maybe you really, really wanted a new car. And instead of saving, you took out a loan. You took the shortcut. Well, now you have a loan. You're in debt. And you're going to work to pay that debt off. So really, was the car ever meant for you? No, it wasn't. You jumped the gun. You jumped to something that could have been for you in the future. And instead of waiting and working towards it, you took the easy way out. And when you take the easy way out, you gain nothing. And it's like that for everything. If you take the easy way out, you lose. Even this life. If you take the easy way out, you lose and you start over. Because you have to learn all the lessons. You have to become who your soul is truly meant to be. And if you don't become that, you have failed in life. The only way that you can fail in this life is by ignoring who you are. The only way. Because if you're true to yourself, you're already winning. Stay true to yourself. Follow what you want. Follow what you need. Learn your lessons. Take what the universe gives you and learn from it. Because it's a lesson. Everything is. Everything is teaching you something. Every moment, every breath, every blink, it's teaching you something. Pay attention. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me right now? Because you know what it's teaching you. We all know. We all know what we're supposed to learn deep down. And it's a matter of finding that. It's a matter of figuring it out and realizing who we are. Because we know who we are. I know who I am. I may not have everything I want in life. I may not have everything I think I need at all times. But I am me. And I spent a long time being a chameleon. Spent a long time blending into crowds and taking on mannerisms and personalities and habits, and none of them were me. And when you do that, you lose yourself. And it is really, really hard to find yourself again. It takes a lot of inner work to find who you are out of all the pieces that you have taken from others. And when you have built up over a lifetime a personality that is based on others, you don't know who you are. When you lose yourself, you don't know who you are. And things stop making sense. And they won't make sense again until you recover, until you stop being others and you start being you. Because you are amazing. You are the most spectacular creation on this planet. We are free thinkers. We are creative. We build from nothing. We are amazing. Human beings are incredible. And yet we are so easily knocked down by ourselves. We so easily let that go and forget how amazing we are. I know I did. I forgot for a really long time. But I'm remembering, and I know who I am now. And it's time for you to know who you are. You gotta follow your heart, because your heart leads the way. It knows. Your heart knows over the mind, because the mind tells us things that aren't always true. The mind reminds us of things that others have said. It's an echo in there of all the things we have heard and observed in our life. But our heart doesn't process information the same way. And it is in your heart and in those gut feelings that you will find your way. Stop listening to your head, because it's telling you mean things. It's telling you can't. It's telling you it's wrong, or it's not for you, or it's too hard. It's lying to you. It's telling you all these things because it doesn't want you to follow your heart. It doesn't want you to forget what's in here. It doesn't want you to forget that last time you got hurt or last time you failed. Your brain doesn't let you forget that. But your heart will remind you that you can overcome it. And it will remind you that you're worthy. And your heart will remind you that this life is yours. It's yours. All of it. We get one run through on this memory. And you're meant to find who you are. That's all. We're just meant to be who we are and live freely. We're meant to create. We're meant to build things. We're meant to discover and enjoy life. It was never meant to be hard. It was never meant to be what it is. We've been so separated from the self that we don't even view ourselves anymore. We view others. We have come so far outside of our own physical bodies and our own souls that we're more concerned with others than we are with our own happiness. We allow things to hurt us or make us uncomfortable just so that another isn't. So what if your hair color makes somebody uncomfortable? It's yours. So what if somebody doesn't like your tattoos? They're yours. Who cares if somebody doesn't like what you've drawn or written? It's yours. You are the only one who has to like it. You are the only one who has to feel it. It's yours. This life is yours. And you can't let people take that away from you. You can't let others take it away from you. I allowed a lot of people to take my life away from me. And I spent a long time spiraling down and down and down because I ignored what was in here. And I listened to what was in here. I listened to the words that others had said. I listened to the snickers that I had heard and wasn't supposed to. I listened to negativity that truly reshaped who I was, and that it does. Other people's negativity has the power to shape who you are if you let it. And it does. If you experienced trauma and bullying as a child, you may have spent a period of your life where you thought things were normal. And then all of a sudden, shit hits the fan. And it's because you spent so long forgetting who you were, who you are, that you no longer are honoring yourself. You're no longer honoring your vessel. You're harming it, and you're actively harming it. And you can't harm your vessel. It's yours. This body is yours to take care of, to love, to appreciate. Many of us are uncomfortable with our bodies. I am one of them. But it comes from the shaping of the mind, from the words of others. If someone tells you that you are something, over time, you accept that. And when it comes to the body, that is your personal vessel. That is you. 100% you, of what you show to the world. And when someone shits on that, it hurts. And you let it hurt. And if you let it hurt, you let it bring you down. And if you let it bring you down, those thoughts become your own. And the thoughts that become your own, they stop sounding like others, and they start sounding like you. And it's really hard to listen and hear that it's not your voice. It's an echo of someone else. And it was never meant to be accepted as a part of you. Something many of us do is accept things that are not our own. We accept hurt that is not our own. We accept pain that is not our own. We accept problems that are not our own. We absorb them from others. And we take on those feelings. And when we take on those feelings, we allow the problems of others to become ours. Protect yourself. Protect your energy. The energy that you hold is your own signature. And everyone holds their own signature. And you cannot allow the low vibration of someone else to drag your vibration down. Because it will if you let it. Protect yourself. Protect your energy by practicing breathing. Practicing listening to your own voice in your head. Practicing recognizing when the thought of someone else has surfaced. And when it surfaces, tell it to shut up. Tell it it's not worth your time. Do it out loud if you have to. Whatever you have to do to shut that thought down, shut it down. Because when you start shutting those thoughts down, they stop coming. The more you shut them down, the less they come. And the stronger you get when they do arise, you can shut them down faster without allowing them to change how you feel, without allowing them to take hold of you. Life is just a journey from beginning to end. And we're all just here to learn. We're meant to help each other. We're meant to lift each other up. We're meant to raise each other's vibrations. And instead, we have been taught over generations to scoff at your neighbor, to spit on the poor, and to ignore ourselves. And it's not right. We can't ignore ourselves. We can't shit on our neighbor just because they're not like us. Because of course they're not like us. No one is. No one is ever going to be just like you. You may share common things, interests, likes, topics of conversation, environments. All those things can be shared. But no one is ever going to be just like you. Because you are an individual. You are a soul. A soul in a vessel. And you're meant to find your place and remember who you are.